Like the video and subscribe to our channel right now and get 1 week of amazing luck. Humans have a great curiosity about animals. We keep pets, watch nature documentaries, and you can find a zoo in most populated areas. Sometimes, it seems, wildlife has the same curiosity. Or at the very least they just want our food. So as you are going about your day, keep an eye out. There might be some local fauna just hanging about. But it's important to remember safety precautions when coming face to face with wild animals. From mountain lions scaring hikers away to birds block an entire road and a pack of wolves running after a police officer. In this video we're taking a look at 15 crazy encounters with wild animals on the road. Number 15. Lion and KUDU face off in the middle of the road. With their incredible strength, KUDU bulls are some of the most remarkable animals in the wild. While KUDUs are normally non-aggressive, their tempers flare during mating season, when they use their horns to attack other animals in their clan for dominance. KUDU horns are the largest of any antelope in the world, with 2.5 twists that make them appear almost mystical. So when this lion attacks a KUDU in the middle of the road, the antelope fights back. Even with all of its strength, the KUDU must surrender due to lion's powerful bite, which puts the other animal vulnerable. As the onlookers on the road see this wild conflict come to a conclusion, the wildcat drags the KUDU to the side and begins feeding on it. Number 14. Sloth slows down traffic. Sloths are born with 3 to 4 inch long claws and keen teeth to defend themselves against predators, but their lethargic movements overwhelm this. Subsequently, while sloths are strong enough to fight off any other animal, the speed with which they attack usually puts them at a significant disadvantage. Sloths are slow because they eat a low-calorie diet, and as a result, their metabolisms are slow. With a metabolic rate that is just 40 to 45% of what it should be for their body weight. As a result, sloths must be careful not to waste their energy, which is why they move slowly and keep near to their habitats. This law, however, has somehow wound itself in the center of the road, forcing the police to intervene and halt the cars in order to allow the poor animal to cross the road at its extraordinarily slow speed. Number 13. Cheeky elephant stops passing trucks. You have to admire an animal that has the mindset and authority of a traffic cop performing a regular stop on a busy highway. Drivers on this Thai road must battle with a nosy elephant that likes to stop traffic and then explore through trailers. The large animal strolled slowly among the trucks going by the nature refuge where he resides. He then looked in a few vehicles before spotting a truck loaded with sugar cane and cassava bundles. The elephant then halted the driver and started to investigate the contents while holding up an authoritative trunk. Taking samples of its load, apparently, to carry out a quality check exercise. He then helped himself to some more sugarcane before allowing the cars to continue on their trip. Number 12. A herd of deer tries to cross a road. Every year, deer cause approximately 1 million road traffic accidents in the United States, which is ridiculous. This insane clip captures the terrible moment when a herd of deer rushes out of the woods and into the path of oncoming vehicles. These deer nearly cause a pile-up when they fail to look both ways before crossing the street in Poland, but unlike other cases, it appears that these guys have some pretty nice evasive moves in their skill set. Just look, there are a couple of deer in front of you that are hurtling all over the BMW. One of the herd, however, makes a less graceful landing and ends up on top of the BMW. He instantly reconsiders this road crossing venture and returns to the safety of the woodland. These deer, which appear to be a group of free runners, are actually incredibly fortunate to have escaped with all of their numbers intact. Every year, hundreds of deer are killed on the roadways, and deer collisions kill 200 people in the United States. Number 11. Cyclists chased by an ostrich. Despite their hilarious appearance, an encounter with an ostrich is not to be taken lightly. When this group of bikers in South Africa encountered an unexpected sight while riding to the Cape of Good Hope, they were fortunate that the ostrich appeared to be out for a spot of exercise. Running alongside the bikers, the ostrich makes for a quite funny sight. Imagine hanging by the side of the road and watching this motley crew speed by. Number 10. Wolves interrupt police. Wolf attacks are relatively unusual because these creatures are normally suspicious of any other species and prefer to stay to themselves. When threatened, wolves bite their opponents with their sharp teeth. So as long as you don't turn your back on these creatures, they should be safe. Nevertheless, if you run away from a wolf, they will consider you as prey and begin chasing after you. When this cop pulls over a car for speeding, he is faced with an unexpected fate when a pack of wolves rushes down the road toward him. Forgetting about the charges, the cop jumps into the car and slams the door shut just in time, allowing the wild beast to pass before getting back out. Number 9. Cougar stalks hiker for 6 minutes. Wild cougars are ordinarily not aggressive and do not feed on humans, but when confronted, these monsters can become hostile in seconds. Thus, when this cougar finds a man on a hiking trail in Utah trying to photograph her cubs, the mountain lion quickly jumps and begins stalking the man, keeping her distance but slowly inching forward, refusing to back down. For nearly 6 minutes, the hiker carefully goes backward while the mountain lion lurks nearby, ready to strike at any moment. The man tries to keep an eye on the predator while being chased, but by some miracle, the cougar decides to turn aside and move in the opposite direction, providing enough time for the hiker to flee to safety. Number 8. Mountain lion scares hiker away. Mountain lions are known as stealthy predators who strike when their prey is least expecting it. These wildcats would hunt their target for several minutes before pouncing, leaving their prey no chance to flee. Mountain lions, like humans, tend to assess their opponents to see if they pose a threat, which is exactly what is happening when this mountain lion quietly approaches a hiker. The wildcat then comes to a stop on its path and stares down at the human for a long time, almost ready to attack before deciding against it and moving away. Number 7. The horse goes on a stampede. Horses make excellent pets because they are friendly and supportive friends. These animals are large and strong, but they are also quite peaceful and assist humans in the transition to a more active lifestyle. But don't be misled. When these four-legged beasts get aggressive, they may be incredibly lethal. While horses are not naturally violent, poor handling and training can cause them to become so. This horse was so terrified by all the people screaming and honking in their cars that it chose to break free from its owner in order to flee. The horse is shown speeding down the road, crashing into automobiles and motorcycles as it goes, refusing to stop for anyone. Number 6. Rhino attacks an SUV car. Rhinos normally mind their own business, but when confronted, they immediately go on the defense and attack their opponents in an attempt to scare them away. While rhinos do not feed on animals, they utilize their razor-pointed horns to attack any creature they see as a threat, making them some of the most lethal animals in the wild. Rhino horns are incredibly crucial to animal survival since they are used to defend territories, guard calves, and dig for water. This rhino had a bad case of road rage and charged right at a car full of tourists, ramming into the Jeep with its horns, trapping the scared visitors inside, and begging for their survival. Number 5. 8,000 ducks hold up traffic. Ducks are incredibly intelligent creatures that defend themselves by flying or swimming away from predators. They live by creating seasonal connections with one another, in which they defend one another and look for new partners each season. This flock of over 8,000 ducks blocking traffic in Vietnam is unlike anything else. As people cross the road to get to a rice field, the birds come flooding into the road one after the other. The birds block the entire path for more than 2 minutes, quacking and flapping their wings as they go. Number 4. Angry elephant charges at humans. Elephants' sheer bulk and strength allow them to smash even the most dangerous beasts, causing them to die slowly and painfully. While elephants are often calm, they can become violent if they perceive a threat to their safety, which is why this elephant charges toward a jeep with full speed and ferocity. The elephant charges at the vehicle full of people, causing the driver to shift into reverse in order to escape. And while the driver does manage to drive his passengers to safety, it is only after the elephant has had the opportunity to bash its head into the front of the vehicle. Number 3. Unforgiving elk hits a cameraman. Weighing more than 700 pounds, elks may not appear to be aggressive, but they are. They fight their opponents by kicking and trampling. This unfortunate man comes into contact with a particularly aggressive elk, who chooses to teach the human a lesson by headbutting him and coming close up to his face with its pointy antlers. It's a true marvel that the man manages to remain cool, believing that by being still and passive, he will ultimately drive the animal away because acting on the defensive will just agitate him more. Luckily, it is exactly what happens since, after a few minutes, the elk go away when there is no threat. Number 2. Birds block an entire road. Starlings are some of the most fascinating birds in the wild, with their glossy green and sparkly purple plumage. Yet as beautiful as they are, these birds have a reputation for becoming aggressive with one another and humans if they go too close to their nest. But, these starlings have gathered in what appears to be a horror movie scene, taking up an entire road. This massive flock of birds is blocking the road and refusing to move even as a car approaches. When the vehicle passes, all the birds fly into the air to get out of the way, but they quickly return to their original positions once the vehicle has passed. Nobody knows what these starlings wanted because they lined the road as if they were waiting for something.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take me 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal: you just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribes button and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 15 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works.
Number 1. Bison stampede on a road. Bison are among the most deadly creatures in the wild, and they will attack anyone who provokes them. Bison respond to threats by ramming their heads and massive horns toward their opponents while screaming and lifting their tails, but this rushing herd of bison takes things a step further. Everyone is terrified as they storm out onto the road, surrounded by the stampede. Bison of different sizes surround the bridge, shaking it with their might as they stampede across it, stopping occasionally to shove a few automobiles. Alright, comment down below what you want to see next. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more.